far as kind of getting used to game speed and what's happening out there?
I don't think so. I personally feel good where I'm at as far as processing and game speed and even being comfortable with the guys that are out there. So I feel good where I'm personally at and seeing all that stuff.
What has the adjustment been like going from Coach Reich to Mike Groh, and what's kind of been the biggest difference, I guess, in those two guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're different guys and different personalities and everything. Both incredible football minds. Obviously we loved working with Frank for a couple of years, but we don't feel Coach Groh's missed a beat in that area. And I mean, he understands the game, sees the game the same way us quarterbacks do as well. So it's been a really smooth transition with him.
On your touchdown pass to Alshon, what was your thought process there? And are you even thinking with him that sometimes you can just throw it up there and there's a good chance to
Yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate situation being in third and goal from, I think, the 16. And, at that point, they had an injury at corner. So we knew it was a fresh off the bench corner. We said we're going to give Alshon a shot. And that's just what he brings to this offense. Having him back out there last week was big for us. He brings that big playability, that ability to, when he's covered, to just give him a chance to make a big play like that, and that's what he did.
Carson, your old position coach is coming back this week.
Yep.
What did he mean for your development and your career?
Yeah, he was great. He was great, honestly. A lot of respect for him, both as a person and as a coach. I thought he helped me and really all of us get better. I loved the way he saw the game, and we were just always in great communication. So obviously losing him this year, we definitely miss working with him, but we feel good with the guys we have now. So a lot of respect for him, and it'll be fun playing against him now.
Carson, you guys got Alshon Jeffery back, but you also didn't have Darren Sproles, Corey Clement last game. When all the pieces do come together, what can this offense still show?
Yeah, I mean, whether we have all the pieces or not, we have high expectations. I think this is the NFL. You're always, have either someone's either hurt, playing through an injury, banged up, whatever. I think that's just kind of the name of the game, as you saw that last year with guys going down. So we don't really dwell on, oh, he's out, so now we're just waiting on him to get back. We always just have that next man up mentality. So no matter who's out there, we have high expectations, and we believe we can be really explosive, and we just got to put it all together now.
You guys were so good at situational football last year, Carson. This year you're about middle of the pack, both third down and red zone. What's missing? What's it going to take to get back to that level?
Yeah, I mean, it's something we stress in the off season. It's something we stress during the week a lot. Obviously, we had a lot of success last year. It's hard to just point to one thing that we're missing. I think both third downs and red zone, unfortunately, we're hurting ourselves on first and second down, putting ourselves in tough situations, whether that's with penalties, whether that's with sacks, with different things. Negative plays are really hurting us that are affecting both those situations.
I know you've only played 2 games so far, but are there areas where you've seen in your play so far where you're even better than you were last year? Have you noticed anything like that?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. All I know is physically, I feel great. I feel like I'm picking up how I did on the field last year, and to me, the knee thing's behind me, and now we're just going forward.
This Eagles-Vikings game was one that a lot of fans, as you mentioned, had circled on the schedule before the season. Neither team has had the start they wanted. What are you expecting from the Vikings this week?
Yeah, I mean, they're a great team. We still know they're a great team. Record aside, we know we're going to get their best. We know they're going to be a physical defense that comes in here. Obviously, with the way it ended last year, we know we're going to get their best. So it should be a fun one on Sunday.
Carson, on those naked bootlegs, it seems like back-to-back weeks you've turned around and the guy's in your face. When you watch the film, are there things, I don't know, checks you guys can make, or what are you seeing on there?
Yeah, there's things that we can clean up. Some of those plays you're kind of just rolling the dice, and they had great play calls on a couple of those, and it's been unfortunate because we believe that's a big part of what we do is kind of moving the pocket and getting me out on the perimeter and everything. So hats off to those teams the last couple of weeks of having the right play call on. Now there's some things we can clean up and some things we can look at in getting out of those plays if we get certain looks, and we've definitely taken a look at that.
Overall, are teams giving you and Jason, are they kind of doing things to confuse your protection calls and things like that?
I think that's kind of every week. That's every defense has their own kind of style and scheme and everything. So last week I thought Tennessee did a good job of mixing things up. We had a couple of communication breakdowns, whether it was me and Jason or the back and Jason or really all of us. We had some where we just physically got beat. We had some where I held on to the ball too long. So it's a combination of things, but really every week we realize going in on especially those third and medium to long downs, be ready for a little bit of everything.
How do you third three in the fourth quarter before the end of the game? I think you spoke afterwards about maybe there being some miscommunication, et cetera. Looking back on the tape, did you feel like there was an opportunity for you to run there?
I wouldn't say run, but I mean I'd love to say in hindsight I scramble around, try and make a play, but at the end of the day I didn't. So we lived with the field goal.
How do you balance kind of wanting to hold on to the ball, wanting to make a play down the field, but also, I mean, how tough is that for you to balance out?
It's tough. I mean, it's tough. You know, you gotta. It's a lot of it's just kind of feel takes over and your instincts take over. But I think before the play, just knowing the situation, knowing how much time's on the clock in certain situations, are you in field goal range? You can't take a sack, you can't go backwards. Knowing situations like that, and then a lot of times it just, your instincts just take over.
What is the process like of adjusting back to, teams' adjustments to you? That they've had a couple years now to study you guys, and whenever a team wins a Super Bowl, there's more. Just become more complicated, and you kind of enjoy that process?
I mean, we enjoy it. I mean, we're always seeing what teams are doing to us. We're always seeing, okay, what are we doing quite a bit, and where can we, do complementary things or things that look the same that are a little different, and where can we throw in our own wrinkles. So that's just part of this game. And obviously, just being a couple of years in now, that's just teams are going to just keep building the book on what we do, and we'll keep growing and learning with that at the same time.
Carson, obviously you're adjusting to that brace and everything. Has that taken away any of your mobility, getting out on the edge or something like that? Are you still?
I don't think so. I feel good out there.
Carson, Doug talks a lot about how he said the sky's not falling. There's no panic. What's it been like during the week so far with the team, going through the routines, focusing on the kind of mistakes you need to correct?
Yeah, I mean, just to echo what Doug said, I mean, the sky isn't falling. We're 2-2 right now. Love to be 4-0, but this is just where we're at. We're a month in, still trying to figure out 100% who we are. But at the same time, we know the guys we have, and we know what we're capable of doing, and we realize it's just a couple little things here and there. Now, those little things have magnified itself in some of these losses, but there's some little things we can clean up, and but no, there's no panic in here. There's no panic on the offensive side, defensive side, special teams. Guys are hungry, and we know what we can do.
You said you want to figure out who you guys are. Who do you want to be? I mean, what do you want the offense to look like?
We want to be an explosive offense. We want to be great. Kind of the same things we were last year that I always preached last year. Red zone, we want to be great. Third down efficiency, we want to be one of the tops in the league. We need to bring back some more big plays, and we want to be able to score fast and use our up-tempo stuff when it's there. And I get ticked off when we come off the field on third down. I mean, I want to score every drive, and that's what the mindset coach has. That's what the mindset this whole offense has, and that's where we think we can go.
Carson, looking at the tape, what can the O-line do better to give you more time?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just them. That's the thing. I mean, you see a sack and, everyone wants to point out a specific guy or this or that. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes I didn't see the right protection call and we had an unblocked guy. Sometimes it's the back miscommunicating. It's a combination of things. So I think just the more we keep working together, the more we keep ironing out our communication and everything, I think we'll be fine.
In 2016, before the Eagles-Vikings game, you said North Dakota was kind of transitioning from Vikings to Eagles territory. What's it like now, 2 years later?
Yeah, I mean, it's still hard to say, but I know kind of to echo the same thing a couple years ago. I know there's a lot of people that will be split on Sunday what to do, but it's always exciting, seeing all sorts of texts and everything from people back home that are torn on this weekend.
As you go back home, you start seeing more Eagles jerseys as opposed to Vikings?
Without a doubt. There's a lot more Eagles jerseys these days.
Hey, Carson, at the beginning of this season, when you projected this offense, Doug projected this offense, Mike Wallace was going to be out there to stretch the field, even Matt Collins. Not having those guys, does it make it more difficult with the intermediate stuff?
Obviously we'd love to have those guys. Obviously having a guy like Mike that threatens the defense deep was a big piece of kind of our scheme and everything, but at the same time we feel like we have the guys to step up and kind of fill that role. So, I mean, again, that's just, we got to make sure we put guys in the right spots to succeed. And losing Mike, just kind of shuffles things around a little bit. So, again, we just got to be smart with how we use guys.
You said before the season being more accurate is one of your goals this year. And 2 games in, you're, I think, 67 and 66% in 2 games. Is it too soon to kind of draw any conclusions? Are you doing anything to kind of focus on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely too soon. All I know is when I've been in there, I'm 1-1, and we're 2-2 as a team. So that's all we really focus on. I mean, they're fast. They're fast. They do quite a bit. They're similar to the way they've been the last couple of years. Same scheme, a lot of similar players. So very sound. It feels like we both know each other pretty well at this point, playing each other the last 2 years. A lot of respect for those guys over there. So it should be a hard-hitting, fun one on Sunday. Thanks, guys.
Dallas.